Hello, welcome to Jack's Garden. I'm afraid Chris won't be able to make it for recording this week, unfortunately. So we've enlisted the help of James, who is going to be
taking over Chris's tips for this week.
So we have that to look forward to. He's also going to be doing question time with me, which means we've just introduced a new part to the show involving us answering your questions on the show. We're also going to be seeing the nettle fertiliser and what to do with an overheating greenhouse.
Tips. A good tip for this week would be, if it's hot and you think it'll be a nice sunny day, like it has been this past week, go in your greenhouse, open it up, open the vent, scratch it up as far as you can, and then pick up your watering can and water the floor. Leave the door open as well. Now you might think watering the floor is a stupid idea, but actually in the heat of the day the water will evaporate and cool the greenhouse down, making it a happy environment for your plants. Back to you, Jack.
Okay, so this has been brewing away for about 2 weeks, nettles and water just sat there soaking. And it'll start to look like this. Which is just a brown, well not brown, sorry, a grey, black, sort of horrible looking mixture. And it stinks absolutely foul. Not gonna lie to you, that's a good thing. So, well, basically just means that it's worked. Now then, what you need to do is, because it's so highly concentrated, you need to dilute it. So, watering can full of water, and you just need to add about a jar full of the mixture. So, in it goes. Maybe a jar, if you haven't got a jar, then just use a cup. And you pour that in there, like so. Okay, so give it a bit of a mix with a stick or something, just to mix it all around a bit. Now it's like I said before, it's a very, very highly concentrated, strong fertiliser, so that's why you dilute it. And I wouldn't put it on strong, I'd only put it on strong, well-rooted plant, such as, I don't know, maybe strawberries or a fruit bush, or tomatoes when they get about so high. I wouldn't put it on young seedlings or anything that you've only just planted out, really, because it's so strong it'll scald the roots, and you don't want to do that. So you've got your watering can, you know, things like these bushes here. Give them a good water. Adding the nitrogen back into the soil, which plants really do love. Thanks. We're going to be introducing a new part into the show, where we're going to be answering your questions, because we've had a couple of questions last week. The first one being,
why did somebody get black spots on the tomatoes last year, and how can they prevent it from happening again this year?
Paper. Well, let's see. Yep. Now that's because you've not watered the tomato plant enough, or you may have watered the tomato plant too much, and that's if the spots are on the actual tomato, the fruit itself. If the black spots were on the leaves, it's because your greenhouse wasn't ventilated enough, so your door wasn't open or your vent wasn't open, and there wasn't enough airflow going through the greenhouse. The second question was,
what happened to the Ganesha's from the first week?
Now the answer to that is simple. Basically, I've just planted them here, and I've planted them in front of the sweet peas. because the sweet peas are going to grow up this string, creating a wonderful sort of wall of colour. And just in front of them I've used to fill up the border the gadishas, which will again fill the border with colour, and it'll just be like a mass of colour all the way down the side of the garden. I'm afraid that's all we've got time for today. Chris will be back next week. Well, not next week, the week after. We're doing it every other week now, so every 2 weeks, because we can't fit everything. We haven't got enough to fit in to the shows, and we don't want it getting too repetitive and boring. So, if you've got any questions which you'd like us to answer on next week's show, well, the next show, sorry, then please comment in the box below, and we'll do our very best to find out for you and answer the question on the show next week. So, like, comment, subscribe, and even, like my Facebook page. It's just Jack's Gardens. Just put that in the search box, and that gives you all the updates and everything for the shows coming ahead. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.